In a quiet town where nothing ever seemed to change, there stood a small roadside diner that had been serving the same meals for decades. Life there moved slowly, predictably, until one cold February evening changed everything. Without warning, the silence of the town was shattered by the thunder of motorcycles. Dozens of bikers rolled into the diner's gravel parking lot, their presence heavy and intimidating. Conversations inside stopped instantly. Every eye turned toward the door as these rough-looking men entered one by one, filling every corner of the room. At the center of them all was a man named Ryder, a tall, weathered leader with a past written across his face. He sat quietly, observing everything. Then the door chimed again. A small boy stepped inside. He looked no older than 6. His clothes were thin for the freezing weather, his shoes soaked, his face red from the cold. But despite everything, he walked forward with surprising courage. He approached a table, opened his small hand, and spilled out a few coins. "I have $1.37, he said softly. "Is that enough for soup?" The entire diner froze. The waitress Donna gently approached him and promised he would get his soup. Soon, a warm bowl was placed in front of him. The boy stared at it carefully before taking his first sip, like he wasn't sure it was real. As he ate, something changed in the room. One biker quietly placed money on the table, then another, and another. Soon, all of them had contributed without a word. Ryder watched the boy closely. Then he noticed something, a hospital band on the boy's wrist. After the boy finished eating, Ryder knelt beside him and asked where he had come from. "My mom is sick," the boy said. "She needed soup." The name on the hospital band hit Ryder hard. It was his sister's last name. Without hesitation, Ryder stood and signaled his men. Moments later, all of them left together. They followed the boy to a worn-down motel across town. Inside, they found his mother weak, sick, and struggling. When she saw Ryder, she froze. Years of distance and silence stood between them. "I heard you were sick," Ryder said quietly. That was all it took. She broke down in tears. What followed wasn't loud or dramatic. It was powerful in a different way. The bikers got to work. One called a doctor, others brought food, some fixed the heater. Someone brought warm clothes for the boy. Piece by piece, they helped rebuild what had been falling apart. By midnight, the doctor confirmed she would recover. For the first time in years, Ryder allowed himself to feel something he had buried: deep regret, love, and forgiveness. The next morning, the boy stepped outside and saw all the bikers still there. He walked up to Ryder and asked, "Are you my uncle?" Ryder paused, then nodded. "Yes." The boy smiled. "Can you take me to school tomorrow?" Ryder placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Yeah, kid, I will." And just like that, something broken began to heal. Because sometimes, courage doesn't look strong or loud. Sometimes, it looks like a small child, holding $1.37, walking into a room full of strangers, and changing everything. Subscribe for more powerful stories of kindness and humanity. K for kindness.